I'm not going to waste time telling you guys what kind of game Sea of Thieves is. You've probably already played it, that's why you're here. But to summarize, it is an absolutely unfinished pirate simulator that barely lets you simulate being a pirate. This game feels like a free-to-play game, or at very least early access. But here's the kicker, it's $60, or $10 a month with Game Pass, which I thought was the better way to go. But it's a new game from Microsoft and they really seem like they want to support it. So, if you're listening to the community, here are my 3 big ways to make Sea of Thieves better. So let's get right into it. Let's load up those cannons and fire. And hopefully, unlike Sea of Thieves itself, we don't miss our mark. Ooh, you like that one? That is some game journalism. That's talking out my butt. Here we go. There is almost no sense of progression in this game. You have 3 factions you can do work with, a good amount of cosmetics, many of which can't be unlocked until a higher level, and that's it. Seeing your level rise and working towards having it end in a 5 or a 0 to unlock the next tier of voyages is the only thing you have to work towards in this game. Even then, you're just doing the same thing over and over again for a slightly better chance of getting a little more gold. The end game is to become a pirate legend by getting every faction to level 50, but it hardly feels like an endgame, and once the initial fun of playing the game runs out, and it can run out very quickly, you'll be asking yourself if it's even worth the grind. On the unlockables end, everything you purchase or unlock in this game is strictly cosmetic. There's no looking glasses that let you zoom in further, there's no peg legs that somehow make you run faster, there's no upgraded rams or weapons for your ship, there's no upgrades at all. You want a hat with a feather on it? Well, get ready to do the same thing over and over again for 7 hours. There needs to be way more in this game that gives players something to work towards and keep coming back to play more. Honestly, giving equipment, clothing, and weapons some kind of perk for wearing them is a game changer on its own when compared to what Sea of Thieves is right now. I mean, imagine a jacket that raises defense, or like an eye patch that lets you spot chests and bottles easier. Like I said, peg legs that make you run faster, or maybe even get rid of penalty time for missing a plunge attack. Maybe if an entire crew has the same item, a bonus perk could be available. Something to make the game more customizable and shake up gameplay. It's pretty annoying finishing off a 3-island treasure voyage, putting down a skull bounty and seeing that you have to travel back to the island you were at just half an hour ago. Or visiting islands filled with pigs and chickens, then putting a merchant request down and seeing that you need those chickens, and then spending the next 40 minutes looking for those chickens. It would be so nice to be able to put down at least one more voyage to work on multiple goals at once. Speaking of goals, it is unbelievable a game like this doesn't have some sort of daily or weekly challenge list. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I pause and I tell you that Rare came out and announced that they're announcing weekly challenges along with a new ship and a bunch of other cool things, but there's still stuff in this video that they haven't mentioned that I think could make the game better. That's just me, taking forever to edit a video. Life's hard, man. Got a lot of stuff going on. Alright, we'll get back to it. It's one of those games where you sign on, play a little bit, get your fix, and sign off until you get that itch to play again. And if you're enjoying the game, the itch will come back within a day. Having daily and weekly goals to complete just adds more depth and replayability to the game with little to no effort. Now think about it. 3 daily goals can award like 250 gold each, with weekly goals given a couple thousand, maybe a cosmetic reward. While you're at it, take another note from Destiny and have a mysterious pirate show up on a random island once a week and offer a unique item. That sounds like a completely different game than what Rare has given us so far. But all of this voyage talk doesn't mean anything if the missions themselves are ridiculously repetitive. We need some kind of variety. Even if you keep 3 main factions, spice it up. Maybe give us a treasure chart that's for a sunken ship surrounded by sharks that we need to take care of, or it'll never get back alive. Maybe the only way to coax a skeleton to come out would be providing something it loved during its life, like bananas or actual treasure. Maybe Rare completely removes the Merchant Alliance altogether and replaces it with something worthwhile because it provides by far the dumbest voyages of this game. I don't know, man. Have voyages provide something. Give them a few plot points so it actually seems like there's a reason we're doing what we're doing, instead of it just being going from A to B then back to A. Or in the later missions, A to B, then to C, then back to A. Tell us why we should go to B. What's happening at B? Is someone being terrorized? What's the consequences of not going to B? When we go to B, give us a little more interaction between us and the rest of the game. Maybe the skeleton captain could talk and tell us we'd be better off joining him. I don't know, man, I'm just shooting stuff out of my butt, but it's better than what we have now. We need something to make it seem like Sea of Thieves has a story, which brings us to our last point. Really, man? And I'm referring to Rare as a single man. You're gonna make one of the most ambitious pirate simulators to date and just drop us off in a tavern with a giant ship already unlocked and no understanding of who we are or what we've done to get there? We couldn't work our way up to becoming a pirate captain instead of just having the title Legend dangled in front of our face from the start? Even a cutscene involving our character would have been nice, but nothing. This, in my opinion, is what makes Sea of Thieves truly look like an early access game. You literally just pop on and start doing the same thing with no reasoning. And with the rep system they have, adding a story where you're working your way up the ladder is kind of thrown out the window, but they could easily have someone appear and explain that something's happened that kicks off some sort of story-based missions for the game. It's totally possible, Rare. You listening yet? Maybe a legendary pirate suddenly starts causing havoc, or a curse sweeps over an outpost and turns the civilians into creatures. Oh, by the way, we need different creatures. I forgot to mention that, but skeletons are super boring to fight after like 20 minutes. And you and your crew have to do something about it. I mean, when does a $60 game come out that doesn't offer any kind of story to its gameplay? Hey! Stop looking at Overwatch. That game is filled with lore, and it is a gem. You know what we have in Sea of Thieves? 8 arms that screw you over randomly. Why is this happening? We just started playing! The thing doesn't even have a head. It could look like anything down there. No matter what I've said about this game, it's still fun, but that's only because I'm personally finding it fun, and at some point very soon I'm sure I won't, just like a ton of other people playing it. I made this video because I want this game to thrive and be playable for a long time, and with how much Microsoft is promoting it, I'm hoping that they're going to support it enough to make that possible. So basically, to summarize, add more shanties. Hey guys, if you like this video, why don't you go hit subscribe? That little number, when it goes up, it tells us that you like stuff, and we make more of it. I'm not making any money from this video, I just like making them. YouTube shut that down. They don't care about me. If you want to see us play Sea of Thieves sometimes, do the same thing over and over and over again, you should go check out our Twitch channel. That's where we, play stuff. And I want to hear what you guys think, so leave a comment below. Let me know what you would add or change or take out of Sea of Thieves to make it a better game. That's it. Okay, goodbye. I love you. Bye-bye.